Good evening, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader. Tuesday, June the 21st, big day in the market today. A lot of stocks started to run, broke out, and some of the stocks that were backing off here just reversed today. And today could have been a significant day for the market, as I believe we could get a little thrust to the upside, but we'll see if we get a follow through. Starting off on, and they're all longs today, Affymetrix. Wanted to point this out to you because, as you know, after the basing pattern and the breakout, we've been following the stock as it steps up its way higher. The key breakout here in June on heavy volume was followed by flag, pop, wedge, and then today 56 cents or almost 8% on 2.5 million shares. Now it looks to me like there's an overhead resistance zone up here from the highs up early 010 up in here, and we should test that 8.25 range short term. We get through that, next target about 950.75 zone, and beyond that we're looking at 12.5 range. AGYS continuing to act well, finally popped through this flag pattern we have been showing you for the last couple of weeks. Volume wasn't significant, but traded 284,000 shares, up 4.6%. And at this point, with the resistance around 9, we should test that short term. Secondary target up around the 10.5 range, maybe as high as the 12 for Agilysys if it gets going and surges here with volume. ANX, Adventrx. Popped out of the wedge. We showed you that yesterday. Today it followed through up another 13 cents or about 5% on 2.2 million shares. Not as heavy as yesterday, but pretty good. Volume still looking good. I'm expecting it tested at 290 to 305 zone just ahead of us. And secondary target would be around 340. Beyond that, we're looking at 4 intermediate term. ARIA. Now this stock was a swing trade of ours. They're certainly acted well, but it did have this dip here, which violated support. In terms of the moving averages, but not lateral price support, that held, and that was the cause for the reversal, retest, and then it popped up here. Now, target around 11.25 short term, but if you take a look at Ariad, I'm looking for 13 and then 16.5 on a short to intermediate term as well. BGS Foods. Now, we had a 90-day consolidation. The stock broke out of that here, paused for a day a little bit yesterday on lower volume, and today popped $1.01 or 5.2% on 800,000 shares. Now it looks to me like it's moving here. We could get a move up towards my short-term target of 22.5, 23. EGHT, I believe being included in one of the indices, perhaps a Russell indice, but in any case, the stock broke out of a wedge today, popped 27 cents or 7%. Volume increased to 2 million shares plus, and so the technical surge as well. Looks like we're going to test a 475 zone. That's my short-term target, and beyond that, top of the channel up around let's call it for about 530, 550 zone. That would be my secondary target. Elan, current swing trade position, continues to act well. Held the pullback here near support, popped 47 cents or 4.6%, and closed 1 penny off the high today at 3.5 million. Looks like we're headed for 11.5. Secondary target up around 13.5. That's the target I'll be looking for. ENTG. I wanted to show you this today because this long wedging pattern over the last 4 months may have broken today with a 49-cent pop or 5.5%, 2 million shares. But we'll have to get a follow through to take out the February high. I'll be watching for that tomorrow closely. Right now, right at that level, any follow through here, we can see the stock spike to about the 10.5, 11 zone, and secondary target up at 13.5, 14. Up next, FRX, Forest Laboratories, continues to act well. I highlighted it yesterday that it broke out of the flag, and today it followed through. Looking for a move still up towards the 42, 43 zone. Global Crossing acting very well today. May have had a significant move as this entire 4-week wedging type or coiling pattern, after reversing off the trend line yesterday and closing with a gain for the day, followed through with 209 today or 6%. It looks like it may take out the highs here, and if it does, look for a move that takes us into the mid-40s. That's a 10-point move from here. That's about what I'm expecting. Something around 40, 44 thereabout. JVA. Well, the big pop a week and a half ago, which followed with a 3-day pullback and then another 2-day pop, was followed by another 2-day pullback, but today it reversed off 1263 to tag 1430 and closing at 14, even up 90 cents. Now, a move over the recent high, and I think we could get it here if volume comes into it. Could yield a move that takes us up towards the 1920 zone. That'll be my trading target if we can get the pop across 15.5. Portfolio swing trade position Lava, which popped and pulled back, held and moved that point, reversed yesterday and today followed through with 36-cent gain, nearly 5%. Volume is almost 1 million. If we can get up through the recent highs around 805, I think the stock makes it to 8 3/4. That's my short-term target. Secondary target up around 9.5 3/4. MAKO. Well, as you know, one of our favorite patterns of the last year, the stock finally pulled back from the mid-30s to the mid-20s over the course of last month, but today popped 245 or 9%. Volume increased. And at this point, if we can get to lateral price resistance around 30.5, 30 3/4, something like that, I look for a retest at that 35 level, secondary target of 41.42. OCZ had a little pop today, up 55 cents or 7% on 1.88 million. Needs a little better volume, and we're at key resistance in the zone here. I'll be looking for a takeout of the 865.75 area tomorrow. If that occurs, look for a run up towards 10.125. ONTY. Well, I wanted to point this out today because it's a possibility that after this big run up, and it's not getting way ahead of itself, up as high as 944 today. That was our long intermediate target. We reached, this stock has gone from 5.5 to 9.5 basically in the last 4 weeks. Today, a huge high volume reversal, 4.9 million shares traded. The stock closed unchanged on the day after being up as much as 90 cents. So we'll have to see whether there's a downside follow through, but perhaps a significant top today. We'll see if it does back off and set up some sort of consolidation. REDF had made possibly a significant day today after the lengthy, nearly 2-month consolidation, which is similar to what we had here and here. The stock bounced today off the long-term channel bottom and noticed the pickup in volume, not tremendously so, but 1.3 million shares nearly. Now its job is to get through the 975.85 area. If we get through that, look for a move up to my target 11.5. Secondary target 14. REDF may be on its way again. GT Solar, my favorite junior solar right now, moving up again another 60 cents today. Took out lateral price resistance and went to a new 2.5-year high. And with any luck, we're going to test the all-time high set at post-IPO up around, let's call it 17.5. VHC, possibly getting ready to make a move here. This wedge, today we had a little pop of $1.53, almost 6%. But if it gets up through the 28.25 area, I look for the stock to surge and then maybe even get to 32.33. That's my trading target for VHC. Stock we've been watching closely, VVTV, is continuing to act very well here. Last week the volume surged and then flagged. Today it's moving up again and jumped another 47 cents or nearly 6% on 1.5 million. Note that that's the heaviest volume since the end of March, nearly 3 months, and looks like this one could start to accelerate here. Target around 12.5. Secondary target 13.5, 14. XPO. This trucking firm's pop, pulled back, held right at the 250 area, and he's exploded back up towards 335. Today moving 46 cents or 16%. Volume surge again. Technicals made new highs here. Wouldn't be surprised to see this accelerate, especially in lieu of the fact it took out the early January high from the early 2011 high. You can see this is a new all-time high as well, and as a result, I'd be looking for higher levels on XPO at some point, perhaps even a retest or a run up towards somewhere around the $4 level as my short-term target. And lastly for today is ZAGG, ZAGG, continuing to like the action here. Flag pop, little flagger pennant, and today popped 48 cents or 4%. Volume increased a little bit. Technicals looking pretty good. I expect this stock to make its way into the mid-teens and maybe high teens beyond that. That's it for tonight. Have a good one. Good luck tomorrow.